No matter how much you practice, no matter how much you want to win, no matter how much you want to beat your rival, it's not going to happen unless you have a strong mental game. You see, the mental game of table tennis really ties everything together as far as being able to have more efficient practices, being able to carry over from practice to tournaments what you learned, and then being able to reach your peak potential. A lot of times people think that mental training is more for elite athletes. They say, well, this guy doesn't even have skills, so why would mental training be good for him? You've got to have skills and then trust the skills to have that world-class level of confidence. Yes, but if you wait till you're at that level and you don't start with mental training as a beginner or intermediate player, then you're not going to improve as fast as you possibly could. Today, there's just 3 quick things that I want to share with you about the mental game of table tennis and how your approach to life and your approach to practice really does make a difference. The first thing is when you're having a good day playing table tennis, a good day at the office, a good day at school, be as specific as possible. I talk to people on a daily basis. They say, I'm having a fabulous day. And I say, okay, what's good about the day? Well, I don't know. Everything's just going well. Well, if you can be more specific on what it is that's going well, then you can continue likely having those types of days in the future. Hey, I went to bed earlier. Hey, I got up earlier. Hey, I went out for my morning walk. I started the day with prayer. I made an actual list of what I was going to practice. I had specific goals. Whatever it is that makes that day or that practice session efficient, be detailed about it. Take 30 seconds, take a minute, take even 2 minutes, and be detailed for why that practice session specifically is uniquely good. Second thing is on bad days, on tough days, be as specific as possible in finding a solution. Why is it that we like interesting movies, maybe scary movies, maybe thrillers? Because there's a lot of twists and turns. If everything was just smooth sailing from start to finish, it wouldn't be interesting. The same thing in a practice session, maybe that's not going well, or a day at school, or a day at the office that's not going well. If you look at it as, hey, this is interesting, this wasn't exactly what I planned out. Hey, my back is sore when I'm practicing, or it's really hot and humid down here, or the lights went out. Man, I got to practice by candlelight today. Whatever it may be, instead of focusing on how bad it is, focus on saying, what is the solution here? If you can take that approach, you're going to be able to push through practices that maybe you wouldn't even have or you wouldn't be benefiting from. Think about it. How often in a tournament match do things go your way? How often do things not go your way? When things aren't going your way, and that guy that you've beaten 5 times before, he's up on you 2-0 in games and 7-0 in the third, how often do you just get frustrated that you're going to lose this many rating points? Or how often do you actually buckle down and say, this is interesting. This match isn't what I thought it was going to be, but let's try to problem solve here. It can actually be a fun approach if you have the right approach. The last thing that I want you to think about is there's always something to improve in your table tennis game. If you have an injury, let's say for example, you have an ankle injury, well, you can still practice your short game training, learning how to measure and find the timing better. Let's say, for example, you've got a little bit of a shoulder injury and you can't do your forehand. Maybe you could practice backhand. Hey, maybe you're really, really fatigued and you can't do beast mode footwork drills, but you can do something like opening loop and then follow-up loop. Practice those. If you always take the approach and just say, hey, no matter who's on the other side of the table, or if I'm doing robot training, or no matter who comes to the club or the tournament, there's always something I can improve, you're going to be able to make incrementally small improvements each day. I saw a podcast a couple months ago. The guy said it's just kind of like going to the gym. You go to the gym, you work out hard for an hour, and you go home and you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, I look the same as I did an hour ago. It must not be effective. Well, but if you go to the gym daily, after a week, after a month, after 2 months, you start noticing a big difference. The same thing goes with table tennis, that the practice is accumulative. So if you skip practice on Monday, you're not feeling that great on Thursday, You're just kind of tired on Saturday and you skip this session, you skip that session, you skip that session. If you skip 2 practices a week, you've just skipped 100 practices in a year, 1,000 practices within your 10-year playing career. That really adds up. So just to kind of recap from today's video, look at the situations in your life, at practice, at tournaments, at school, at the office, and say, hey, I'm having a great day. Let's have more days like that. But it's only going to be possible if you're specific on what you're going to do well. The second thing is bad days. You're having bad days. Instead of focusing on, oh, this is just a horrible match, I'm playing bad, I don't like this opponent, or this practice session is not going as good as I thought, I'm less consistent, be kind of more intrigued. Look at it as, hey, there's a lot of twists and turns that I wasn't expecting here. How can I use this practice session and focus on the solution? And then the third thing is, take the approach that there's always something you can improve. You only go to the table tennis club once a week, twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. You're playing with a robot, let's say another 3 times a week. That's great. The Power Pong robot can do a lot of different things. It can simulate any playing style. It can give you short game training. It can give you serve return training, third ball attack training, footwork training. There's so many different things that you can do. Take the approach that every day you can make small improvement. And in the coming weeks, months, and years, you're going to notice a big difference. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe down below. And then if you have any questions, make sure you drop me a question or comment. I'll see you soon.